pay salaries of federal civil servants. And moving forward from there, so it clearly tells you that there's a major problem within the system. You're talking about 27 states out of 36 federating units in the system. 27 of them were incapable of paying salaries, rightly or wrongly. It tells you it is not a state affair, it's not a party affair, it is actually a national issue. Because while APC member states, governors obtained these bailout funds, PDP members obtained, Labour Party member obtained, ABGA Party member obtained. So it tells you it goes across party. And I don't think for anybody that is actually in the interest of workers or in the interest of the masses would in any way object to government providing succor to federating unit to meet its basic fundamental objective of paying workers their dues. The key thing was that as at the time that the bailout was coming out, quite a number of them had the issues. There was no doubt in that fact. Quite a number of them took advantage of it.
So
and
it's
then also
that they got the monies and then diverted it to...
No, I mean, it's important. No, I'm going to come to that because actually, like I said, it's important, which is why I said there should be a basis.
There's really no time.
There's a basis for us to make some of those allegations. The primary purpose of government is the welfare and security of the people. Good. So for the salaries to also come is not only providing welfare, also security of the people. The basis of many of these allegations is the ICPC reports recently. And unfortunately, that report is as faulty as it's been quoted. You need to look at that report critically, and then you will understand when you're talking about diversion. There are some, I can single out 2 states that were accused. Imo, for instance, and Benue. Some of the funds went to different accounts. And then also in Benue, some funds were paid to the office of the deputy governor. But in other states, the report was even quoting September last year, November last year, and you're saying some of them have not accessed the fund. The report was released in April. So you can't actually, under normal circumstances, you can use the basis of this report. And I wonder why ICPC would go ahead to make this kind of report. The report came out in April. There's room between September, November, December last year. Look at, I would read some of them, I have it here. You had the opportunity of updating by asking for update from, and the also primary fundamental basic qualification of the report. It says by itself, whereas the Central Bank of Nigeria is yet to officially confirm this to the Commission. That is even this report. The primary government institution disbursing the fund could not even confirm many of the assertions that are contained there. ICPC use information in the public domain that are available to them. So I am for a critical analysis. Some of them, like was said, obtain the fund, because how does the fund operate? It is not free money, it's not slush money. It is a bailout fund that attracts 9%, lesser than like more than 20% that the commercial banks will give.
When was this fund released?
The process was actually started in July.
In July.
In July it was then agreed.
Okay.
So they started, each state is not just for you to walk there and say, bring my own. So there are processes that you need to follow.
So let's just say, between June and September, the states got this bill.
Yeah, many of them got the bill.
So you're saying that ICPC's record is faulty because they are quoting September and November.
Yeah. It's faulty because as August, September, some of them have not even accessed the fund. Some of them have only accessed some of the fund. You don't get it as a lump sum.
Okay,
so it has a has. So,
for this misappropriation we're talking about, I'm going to blame 4 sets of people, 4 groups of officials: the governor, the House of Assembly, the Commissioner for Finance, and the Auditor General of every state. Not the reason why. I'll give you an example. I have a letter here from CBN for my own state. The money was released on the 28th of August 2015.
The money was released, or the letter was dated? Is dated? Well, you are looking at the date of the letter.
Well, let me just the irrevocable standing payment order in respect of 34 billion 980 8,990,000 naira only that it was released to the state government. Now, what is the justification for this money at the first instance? Payment for salaries and pensions. As I'm sitting down here today, the SCPC report quoted, like he said, that the money, they say have a lump sum out of that money in the account of the state up to today. Meanwhile, the state is owing. And the ones that have been paid are even in half. For the said state. You don't understand what I'm trying to push through.
Let me get to your state. Look at Osun. He said, this is the ICPC report. Yeah. He said, received 34 point whatever as bailout fund. That is what was approved. Yeah. 18,677,224 was disbursed, leaving a balance 16,311 as at November 2015.
Now, the question.
Did you get what I'm saying? So this is April.
Wait, what?
So every likelihood is being accessed and then utilized.
I told you, ab initio, that most of these states does not even need this fund at the first time. That's why it's easier for them to divert it. Now, let me take you from there.
How do they pay the salaries?
Wait, hold on for me. In the last, the state you just mentioned, I will tell you that for about the government, the present government is 6 months old. I mean, in that state, and they all accrued, all accrued funds, monthly allocation, VAT, and some other things, is about in the range of. I have all the documents here. It's a clear example we're talking about. It's in the range of 400 billion, and the salary of that state, as claimed by the government, is 3.7 or thereabout. If you look at the salary, the wage,
I think we're moving out of the bailout fund and then look at the.
No, what I'm saying is
we're looking at the bailout fund in particular.
Wait,
if you want to say the state, I have no problem if your state misappropriated. But one of the things I know with your state is that at the point, and that was one of the things that was in the public domain, at the point the money was to be administered, there was a special account that was created for the bailout fund. For that purpose, a committee was set up, comprising 8 members of the labor, 8 members of the government, headed by Assam Sumonu, who is a veteran labor leader.
Thank God.
Administering those. I've been keeping track of. So, if you're talking about the bailout fund, let us then isolate situations of where we're saying concretely